I'm a total Goose Salesman fan, much like literal everyone else on planet. I like the newer Twitch streams, but I still like the classic streams. I don't think I've ever seen a glitchy or hacked Goose before, though. I don't think I wanna, after the experience that I had. It all started on a bright, rainy afternoon. I was watching Goose Salesman on the Halo, and just lolling like crazy on the floor as he said the word stinky. And I cried when he didn't bring the ghost vehicle with him on long Halo adventure. When suddenly,
Ding dong!
a ding-dong was rung at my door. I got off my booty so round and seductive and strutted my way to the door. I opened it up with the big smelly handle, and I look outside. There was a little boy, and he said to me, "Take this, it is so scary." And he plopped something on the ground before running away. I then averted my eyes down to my big smelly feet and saw my package before me. I pick up the box with my small deluxious hands, and I opened up that thing like it was nothing and saw what was behold inside. It was a CD. It was round and short and shiny. I put that thing up to my nose and sniffed. It smelled of feathers and Cheez-Its. I closed the door and ran towards my computer screen. I shoved that CD in so good that it made me so horny. I pressed the enter button and the screen turned on with a flash. As the screen booted up, I saw the title of the screen, The Lost Goose Twitch Stream. I was so excited because I wanted to see more of that fine chiseled chin gentleman known as on the streets as Goose Salesman. I clicked the play arrow so straight and blue, and the video started. It started with the Goose Man, and he said, "Haha, this is the video game known as the Metro Exodus." And he played the game. I watched attentively as he played the video game. He blew up monster and killed the man. I lolled as he said, "Poo poo bingo," and "Rusty man, how could it be?" He run around the broken world of Russia, and I screamed when he jumped in the sky, thinking he would not land. Yet he always did, and this intrigued me more. I paused the video to go potty in my piss drawer. I looked in the mirror of my drawer, and I did a pose and said, "Does this video the best of all? It seems that it is the funniest video the man has made. I came back into my area and plopped down in my little chair at desk. When suddenly, the screen turned black. And I just don't mean black. I mean so black that it was as if in the depths of space. I snapped out of looking so attentively as a big ball of sweat came down my brow. That was weird, I thought, with an eyebrow raised and a big old fingy on my chin. Then the video came back online. But the video was getting all jumbly. Also, the audio was becoming less "I play video game and it is fun" and more He got up to the bad guy to shoot. My hands were become all pink and sweaty for the fear and also anticipation, but mostly fear. But he didn't shoot the gun. He just screamed. I jumped in the fear of his screamed, and I pressed the pause button. And the video stopped, but the audio continued to scream at me, and my ears began to bleed. Oh, I kept pressing the pause button, which didn't help at all, but I was in a rush. Shut up, I'm not stupid. The camera zoomed in on my face as I pummeled that pause button in to stop the air from being filled with the screams of my goose man. But it didn't work. I said, "No more!" I grabbed the CT out of my computer and threw it into my piss drawer. It landed and splashed, and I laughed and I closed the drawer door. I turned around and I realized the CD was back in my computer. The PP oozed from the CD slot, and I said, "No, it cannot be." Then the computer turned itself on, and the Gooseman appeared with hyper-realistic skin pores and bloody eyeballs. He spoke softly. "You are a stupid little boy. Now I, Goose salesman of Hamburg, Germany, curse you forever." I screamed, louder than all the men of the night. I had to stop the curse, somehow. The only way I could do this is attack the CD. I tried slapping out the PC, but all it did was scream again, and it locked itself into my computer. I then realized that my chin was slowly fading away. "What on earth is happening, Goose salesman?" I asked Goose salesman. He said in grinning voice, "Every time you fail, I will make your chin small." Ha 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 ha. I asked, how could I get the CD out if it is locked like that? I cannot open that PC that way. "Fuck you," he said softly. I screamed, but then I knew what to do. I grabbed my PC and I barged through my door. I slapped my father in the face and I jumped on my brother's face and I pushed my sister in the garbage can, for I was in a rush. I then broke into the house beside my house and screamed, "Child who gave me Goose Twitch stream, come out and help me!" I then realized that the boy was nowhere to be seen. I opened up the curtain of the house and I saw the boy rocking in the chair. I slowly stomped up to him and I looked at his head from behind. He slowly turned his face and I screamed. His eyes were bloody and he was bleeding from the mouth, and he smiled from ear to ear. He then said in the voice of Goose salesman, "You cannot escape me, Tom from Tennessee, USA." "How do you know where I live, Goose salesman?" I asked Goose salesman politely. "I have telekinesis." "Oh, he laughed. I could feel my chin fading from existence. But then, when it went away, my face began to suck into where once was my chin. "What is happening?" I screamed in horror. "Your chin has now become a wormhole. You will be sucked into your chin now, and never to return," he said. I was completely sucked into my own chin, and I was trapped in a void of darkness. I realized that the black I saw was the void in my chin. I was heartbroken. I thought of my mother, my father, my piss drawer. Oh, how I miss them. "This is what I get for being a fan of Goose, I guess," I said as I shrugged in the darkness. Suddenly, as I cried in tears, Goose salesman appeared. "Well, it seems like you learned your lesson. You can now be free. Bye." He touched his little nose and I popped back into my room. I looked over to my desk and the CD was gone. My mother walked into the room and said, "My child, my beautiful child, I give you Coca-Cola." She threw the Coca-Cola on me and she walked away with a smile on her face. I realized maybe lost episodes are not okay. I looked to the sky and said, "Thank you, Goose salesman of Hamburg, Germany." And though the CD is now dead, I can always watch Twitch stream to remember my hardships and lol.
Welcome to the underground. How was the fall? If you wanna look around, give us a call. We don't see humans often. We're happy you just dropped in. I'll be so popular when I show other monsters what I just brought in Papyrus. Man, mind your manners. Cannon sans, no time for banter. Excuse my brother, he's a bit eccentric. And you're just lazy and apathetic. Call me what you want, I got thick skin and another bad joke, I'm finished with him. We are monsters, the awfulest kind. To mess with us takes a lot of spine. We can relate to your determination because we monsters have our motivations. You men betrayed us and left us burning. One day we'll make it back to the surface. Through all your travels, your sins will follow. Your consequences are easy to swallow. Who's the real monster? Now you should know. You've cut this story down to the bone. Really, son?
What?
A last line in the course in the pun.
Yes.
You imbecile, that was very clever.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You're stuck in the underground.
Thanks for the fall.
Good luck ever getting out.
I'll be back to ball.
You could show mercy to us.
Or turn us all into dust. Is your heart full of evil or full of love?
I, the great Papyrus, challenge you by trying to get us. Test the human with one of your puzzles. Brilliant, Sans, I'll leave him befuddled. I dare you to try to bite of my spaghetti. Smells like a creepy pasta is ready. Stop it, Sans. I'm done with the joking.
Sounds like someone's funny bone's broken.
We can relate to your determination. But our motivation. I am the mastermind. He is my accomplice.
You're only still alive because I made a promise. You lose your mind when one of someone together.
Someday I'll join the royal guard. When I catch this child, can it be that hard?
Look, man, if I'm being honest, my brother ain't nothing but harmless. I know you and all that you want. You'll get a lot more from Zeds than a false. The deeper you go, the messier it gets. And if my way, you're already dead. Kidding, if you couldn't tell. I get so bored I amuse myself.
Down here in the underground.
You're all alone.
We wanted to tell you now. You're kind of boned. If you survive this prison,
you know you're non-inalism.
Don't mess around with monsters. They scare the tiny children. You've come far, but you stumble. Yeah, I stumped you in your junior jumble. Womp, womp, womp. Leave me alone. You know I got a knack for the trombone. One more pun and I'll be done.
But ain't two skulls better than one?
Black.